For BWYellowJackets.com, I'm Brendan Gulick, joined by head coach Brian Harrison of the reigning OAC Champion baseball team here on Baldwin Wallace's campus. And Coach, for lack of a better way to say it, now here we are in February. The season is right around the corner. For you guys, spring training is almost done, right? It's almost time to get going. Coming off of a championship season, I know expectations are really high. Can you tell me about the morale in the program, given all that this program's achieved the last several years?
Well, you know what? First and foremost, we got good kids. They're great. You know, they're great people. They're invested in baseball. They're assertive. You know, they're tough. So the biggest priority for us is culture, right? Trying to create an awesome culture, a winning culture where our guys are having a great experience. So morale's high. It's always high. I think we always have a positive energy about the way we go about our business. But it's that way because we just got great kids, great people in our program.
So last year, 33-14, school record in the number of wins. You went back to the regionals for the third time in the last 5 years. We could run down the laundry list here. You've been ranked in the top 25 every year since you've been here. Again, preseason top 25 this year. You won the first conference championship since 1985. I mean, it really feels like this program is put in the right spot. You graduated some key pieces last year, but I think you've got a lot of really good kids coming back. Why don't we focus on who's returning? Danny Cody, probably first and foremost, a terrific player, and I know you're hoping for big things from him.
Yeah, obviously, Danny was just ranked the #1 prospect in all of Division III. The fastball sits anywhere from 92 to 96. He hit a 98 the other day, so we're pretty excited about that. There's not too many guys in Division III that throw as hard as Danny does. He works really hard. I remember when Coach DeAngelis recruited him and saw a lot of potential in him, and we wouldn't have Danny without Coach DeAngelis and the effort he put in the recruiting, and Coach Hagan with the development he's had with Danny. So, yeah, we're excited about Danny.
How about Dudley Taw? I mean, obviously an important bat, a really important piece coming back given what you've lost offensively.
Yeah, he's a beast. I think we've had 6 All-Americans in the history of the program, and Dudley's one of them. I don't know how many, 16 home runs, something along those lines. There's not too many guys that are as physical as Dudley is in Division III baseball across the country, but what separates him is his competitive ability and his ability just to stay in the moment and go pitch to pitch, and that's what separates him.
So you look at the makeup of this roster, and you do have a fifth-year senior in Phil Wells. How much do you hope or expect his leadership to take this team to the next level this year?
Guys definitely look at Phil. There's no question about it. Heck, I think he's got more input in what we do than I do. He's been around so long, and he makes a lot of our decisions. He's an unbelievable kid. He is a great leader. They look at him. He brings a lot of energy. He brings a lot of wisdom to what we're trying to do. And he's a big reason I think we had a lot of success last year, and you know, we're looking for that leadership and that positive attitude that he has every day. You know, we've got 3 more months of it, so I'm sure Zach can enjoy it.
I'll tell you what, when you look at the makeup of this roster, just from a geographic perspective, you have so many kids from Northeast Ohio. What do you think of, or maybe how does that reflect your thoughts of the state of the game at the high school level and getting these kids ready to not just play but compete at a high level here collegiately?
Yeah, obviously Northeast Ohio kids are tough. They're tough, gritty kids, and that's what we want. We want tough, gritty kids. Coach DeAngelis does the bulk of our recruiting, and he does a phenomenal job. We wouldn't have had the success we've had without that guy, I'll tell you that. You know, I think it also speaks a lot because our kids enjoy their experience here. So our best recruiters are our kids, and they're telling us about guys they played with in high school ball and summer baseball, and they talk to friends into coming to play for us because they enjoy it, you know, and I think that's what it speaks more about than anything.
One of the things we talked about last year when we previewed the season was the new all-turf surface, right? You've had a turf infield forever. Now you have the entire turf surface. It's not just under your belt from a playing season standpoint, but from a recruiting season standpoint. Now that we can look back at it from that perspective, how much did that play a factor into some of the new faces you brought in?
Yeah, without a doubt. Without a doubt. Facilities are huge. And guys want to play on a great surface. The best thing it allows us to do, yesterday was a bad day outside when we were outside practicing. We're probably the only team in Northeast Ohio, or maybe even north of Central Ohio that was practicing outside. It brings a lot more energy to our practices because it's fun to play at a nice facility. Not everybody has that opportunity. We do. We're very lucky. We're blessed and fortunate. We've had some very successful people that have come through Baldwin Wallace that have made that happen for us. So we're pretty lucky.
No doubt about that. How about when you look at the makeup of the schedule? Obviously, the conference is first and foremost, right? If you take care of business in the OAC, you're going to put yourself in position to succeed nationally. But again, this year, you've put together a really good non-conference schedule. You've got a great trip coming up, spring break time in Florida. What are some of the highlights you're most looking forward to?
You know what? Every time we schedule, we want to schedule the best teams in the country. You know, our strength of schedule has been top 25 nationally ranked strength of schedule for the last 6 years. We've been ranked as high as I think the third toughest strength of schedule in the country. So we want to play the best teams. We want to see how good we are. We want to continue to play good baseball, or force to play good baseball all year, so that hopefully at the end of the year we're playing our best baseball and we can make a run and nothing's new to us. Obviously our conference is extremely good. It's one of the best conferences in Division III baseball, so we have to prepare ourselves to play good baseball all the time.
You know, the Jackets peaked last year at the right time, scoring almost 60 runs in the OAC tournament and running away with it. And I think a lot of that had to do with the challenges you had put together before the OAC tournament. Let's talk about maybe some of the new faces coming into the program, guys who our fans aren't familiar with. Who should they expect to make an impact this year?
We've got a great freshman class. Some of these guys are going to make an impact immediately. Some of these guys will make an impact a year down the road, or even as juniors, because you know, we've got a great freshman class. There's 7 or 8 guys in there that we think are going to be pretty darn good. Guys that are ready right now, I would definitely say Garrett Miller right there on the mound. Garrett's he'll be a difference maker for us on the mound for sure. He's a 3-pitch guy with a lot of feel out there. Drew Wilson from CVCA, another Northeast Ohio guy. Drew's going to be, he's a 2-way guy, so he'll get some at bats as a hitter, and obviously as a pitcher he's going to throw some good innings for us. JT Missoula behind the plate. He could be special. Actually, could be special. He's got a pro ball arm. It's incredible watching him throw the baseball. But we've got some other guys as well. I think that'll make a huge impact for us that we're really excited about.
The hallmark of Division III is student, athlete, and in that order, right? We want kids to work hard in the classroom and graduate and go on to have successful careers, but also succeed on the playing field. You had a senior class last year that obviously achieved on a high level on the baseball field. What sense of pride do you take in what you've seen them now as they started their careers?
Oh, well, yeah, those guys, I mean, they're special. Those are some special people. Obviously, we had the National Academic Player of the Year. You know, my 8 years, I've been blessed to have 2 National Academic Player of the Years, which is incredible. Those guys are in, you know, law school, they're in pre-med, PT school. They're doing some awesome things. Some other guys have gone into the workforce. So those guys that have graduated have been, they're special people. You know, our team GPA every year hovers around a 3.2 to a 3.3. We've got kids with good grades, but more importantly, we got great people. And those guys that graduate, we're going to miss them. I'll tell you that.
Couple more for you, and I want to ask you about the importance of families in the recruiting process. So often people think that, okay, I'm recruiting this student athlete, and a lot of times from a coaching perspective, you're kind of weighing what's this person's family like and their parents like and the interactions there. How much does that play a factor in what you guys do?
Oh, it plays a huge factor, absolutely. We want kids that are going to treat their mom with respect on the visits. Right, we want, you know, a lot of our kids, their dads have been involved. A lot of their dads have coached them and have been involved in their baseball careers. So, good kids come from good families. We're not going to change them in our 4 years a whole lot. Hopefully, they can conform to our culture. But you know, we want to recruit good kids, just good, solid people first. And you win with people. If we have good people who love baseball and want to get better, I like our chances of winning a lot of games.
No doubt about it. It's been a winning formula for sure. How about for prospective, either high school or maybe transfer potential players who might be watching this and being exposed to the program for the first time? What's the easiest way to get a hold of you, and what's that process like?
Really, our website, through our email, just shoot me an email with a video. We obviously want to watch our guys play before we, determine who's good enough to play in our program. So if they just shoot us an email with a video, that's kind of, the best way to go about that.
That's a starting point.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Well, the Yellow Jackets are ready to take the field for sure. I know you guys are kind of chomping at the bit. It won't be too much longer, and we are very excited to follow the team this year. Good luck.
Yeah, thanks, Brendo. Appreciate it, man.
All right. Baseball season right around the corner. Stick with us. We'll cover them most of the year right here at BWYellowJackets.com.